Hello, welcome to Garden Chronicles. My name is James David, and in today's video, I'll be continuing the Anthurium series. And today, I'll be talking about this particular Anthurium, commonly known as arrow or teacup. Anthurium Brownii is considered an uncommon plant and is also not easily available in comparison with so many other types of Anthuriums. Anyway, sit back and enjoy the show while I give a review on this particular plant. Just a little introduction on this particular plant. I have actually found this particular Anthurium sold in a local nursery here, and I'm actually intrigued and still considering whether I would want to purchase it. And so looking at this particular plant, it looks very unique in comparison with so many other types of Anthurium. And let's discuss about the uniqueness of this particular plant. Now, what is so special about this particular Anthurium is that this is very much for the foliage types, and the factor here is the flower, especially when they call the flowers inflorescent, is very insignificant, and so people do not normally cultivate this particular Anthurium for the flowers, rather for the showy leaves. And look over here, you see as the plant matures, the leaves tend to form a cup-shaped kind of format, and so this is where the local common names were identified as Anthurium arrow or Anthurium teacup. So this is one of the things that I've noticed, that only this particular Anthurium species only has this particular feature. I don't think so any other types actually have this kind of feature on the leaves. Another factor about this particular plant is that the leaf structure is very firm and strong, something similar almost like a plastic plant. Even the younger leaf, normally when it comes to Anthuriums, they are very fragile, but this particular one seems to be very strong and upright. And this is what are the things that I very intrigued about, is that they are actually very hardy looking and strong. One time ago, during the MCO period, all these indoor plants actually have been hiked up because of trending plants, and their prices easily ranges about 300 to 500 ringgit Malaysia. However, for now, what has happened because of the supply and demand factor, where the supply overwhelmed the demand factor, and so this particular plant is actually sold for within RM40 to RM50 ringgit, which is quite a very big deal. Here I want to show to you the inflorescence, and looking at it, it's actually forming seeds on it. So it's actually a very fertile plant, and I think within a year or so, you can actually have babies. The berries will be actually forming from there, and you can actually propagate from using the seeds. Looking at the root ball now, when I'm looking at it, it is actually looking like a singular plant planted in a cocoa peat. The root structure here appeared to be very sturdy and strong, and almost like a orchid-like kind of aerial roots are in formation. Just like most of the Anthurium plant species and hybrids, they all have the same similar characteristics of plant care. In a general idea, basically they need bright indoor shaded area, fast draining medium, high humidity factor with good watering application. Again, like most Anthurium plants, these are very slow growing plants, so a lot of care is needed not to damage the leaves. I have done extensive video on how to care for the plant in my recent earlier videos. Do check on them for more detailed information. Now coming back to this main plant here, this particular plant, it is still a small plant, still a juvenile, because if you were to look at it, the leaf formation is not fully formed, and I believe the mature type will have more stronger features with more beautiful leaf structure. So in a way, what I understand here is that this particular plant will do more better after a repot. Another factor that I would like to mention here concerning anthuriums is that when you actually purchase them, do try your best to find out where are the plants actually cultivated, their point of origin, because of course all these are naturally grown as endemic plant in North America around the colder parts of the region. However, I believe these are actually cultivated from China, hence the price drop with the very good affordable prices. Another factor which really will make a lot of sense is to identify whether these plants are actually tissue culture plants or naturally cultivated from either stem cutting or seeds, because if it's going to be a tissue culture, then the plant can be finicky and will take a longer time for it to acclimatize, and these are the risks that you may have to consider before purchasing the plant. I'm actually making a side-by-side comparison with another Anthurium plant. It is actually a black Anthurium plant, and if you were to notice, the leaves are slightly more darker in colorization. This is commonly known as Anthurium Black Beauty, and currently this is now uh, in sale, and I find that when these particular types of anthuriums are introduced, they're actually available in most of the nurseries, but they are only come in a season. So most likely once a year you will actually find this particular flowering type sold in most nurseries. I have actually purchased this particular one years back, if I'm not wrong, somewhere about 4 years ago, and I find that this particular Anthurium, the flowering type, is very stable, and when they do not flower, their leaf structure, especially the colors, are very much unique and desirable. And I actually like the dark colors, and so for this particular Anthurium, which is commonly known as black Anthurium, actually very desirable both on the flowers and also on the leaf colors. So this is a very quick video, a light and easy video of a plant review of both two Anthuriums, Anthurium Arrow and Anthurium Black Beauty, and I hope you enjoyed the videos that I actually placed here. If you have any questions, do put a comment below and I'll try my best to answer in my best ability as possible. If you can, please do click like and subscribe my channel, and see you in my next video. Have a nice day and take care and bye.